The world has changed, not because of COVID per se, but because of what COVID did to lock down everybody globally, for anything, certainly weeks and anything up to months in some cases. It created a pause we had to have. Because in probably the couple of decades leading up to COVID, the world had been going faster and faster. Pressure was growing constantly. People were finding work and life becoming a blur. Pressure was building, pace was changing, technology was changing. Stress and mental health issues were rising. Business couldn't do anything about it, didn't want to know about it, just had to accept it. So, during the lockdown period, when people really had to stop and think and really had time to assess what they wanted to do, some interesting things were happening. There was no one around to tell them what to do. People had to make their own choices. They started to think, what is it for me that all this means? What sort of work would I really like to do? The power was starting to transfer into the hands of the workers, even in the lockdown time. When the questions came up like, do I work from home or do I work from the office or work somewhere else? Became a decision largely of the worker, that the boss then had to really take into account what the worker wanted. One simple example of how the power was changing. And in their own minds, people were saying, I may resign from the job I'm in and get another job. The great resignation became a factor of life. Life was changing. And I saw all this from a very interesting perspective, because my life had been for something like 50 years, I was working in the area of enjoyment. I was for a recreation planner for something like half of those 50 years. That I, in fact, was helping people in their weekends enjoy their recreation, helping improve the quality of what they needed, their facilities, the programs, what they were looking for, and came to observe how people were thoroughly enjoying being their true selves, using their natural talents and skills. Sportsperson's an easy example, whatever standard might be, top sport or just a weekend hit and giggle. People were thoroughly enjoying developing their talents away from work. And then, the Monday morning, they would arrive at the office and they would leave something like 80 to 90% of that true self outside the work door. They would only take through to work what was needed. What the job specifications said they had to be able to do, what the boss said they should do, what the rules of the company required them to do, to have little or no control of say over what they would do. Very constraining life. And so what was happening in all this was, it was the final death knell of the work ethic, which had for 2 centuries said, thou shalt purify work and all else is a waste of good time. And I thought, I can see what I've been fighting for years happening. That now enjoyment was being recognised. People wanted to enjoy their life. All right, work was an important part, but they want to enjoy their life. And so the whole process of what work meant in people's lives was changing. And I could see a whole new ethic coming in, replacing the work ethic. Replacing it with what I would call a natural personal growth life ethic. One that recognises that we grow from birth to death. There is no life cycle at the middle of life that says you die, you lose your ability and you lose your skills midway through life and gradually decline, you keep growing as a person. And so I was starting to promote this idea of enjoying being you all of your life, which was taking a great deal of favour. I believe that we were born to live our best life, developing our natural talents, following our passions, to achieve a potential that is unique and personal to each one of us. And I can see this starting to come in as a basic belief which happens because it's a natural process. Rather than an artificial way of looking at life, what do we naturally want to happen? We naturally enjoy ourselves at the weekend. We want to naturally enjoy our life. Ups and downs, yes. And in the work I do, I provide a program to help people clarify all the things they enjoy to build their future on. And I'd like to make an offer to you today that I can offer a 1-hour experience, not a demonstration or an explanation, an experience of 1 hour of taking you back through your life to your teen years and compare your teen years today. All you need to do is to contact me online or by email, peter@apg.life, and we enjoy 1 hour of work together. I believe that we were born to enjoy our full life, and that we, like the tree, never stop growing, but as time goes by, we become significant. It's the realities of life, and it's time to start thinking and acting and believing and building our work and life principles along those lines. Thank you.